Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy, man. For today's video, we got a video by Jimmy Harden titled 10 Insane Facts About the NBA That May Just Blow Your Mind. These are not myths, man. These are facts, okay? 10 of them! Alright, let's get it. That's it. That's the intro.
During the early days of the NBA, things were...
oh, shit. That looks like my highlight reel in the 1 year I played basketball.
Actually, there were no dunks whatsoever.
8th
no
grade.
three-pointers. Dribbling that looks like it belongs in a circus act. And some of the wildest shots you'll ever see in your life. And one of the early pioneers of this young NBA was a player named Joe Fulks. Now,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, folks. That's all, folks. But I gotta see that shot again, folks. I gotta see it again. I'm sorry.
Looks like it belongs in a circus act. And some of the wildest shots you'll ever see in your life. And one of the early pioneers of this young NBA was a player named Joe Fulks. Now, Fulks was a bad man. One of the NBA's first superstars, was the first scoring leader in NBA history, and had even scored 63 points in a single game, an NBA record at the time, and one that stood for over a decade. If one thing was for certain, it was that Joe was going to shoot a shot, and no one was going to stop him. Even if they should have. Because Joe's single game scoring record is not the only NBA record that he broke throughout his 8-year career. In a regular season game in 1948, Joe Fulks broke the NBA record for the most missed shots in a single game.
Oh, that's
a
the
record
Crispy Flake shit right there.
Stands to this day.
Hell yeah!
A record that will probably never be broken. See, here is some all-time NBA greats and the most missed shots they've ever accumulated in one game. Only a few greats have missed less than 20 shots in a single game. Steph had a game where he missed 21 shots. LeBron has missed 23 shots in a game. Michael Jordan has missed 27 shots in a single game. Kobe crossed the 30 threshold once in his entire career. And Wilt Chamberlain tops every all-time great with a whopping 37 missed shots in one game.
Oh, don't be doing Joe Fulks like this.
There's Joe Fulks, who in 1948 missed 42 shots in a...
Bro, that's a whole ass bicep workout, bro. Just launching them things in the air, bro. Bro, 42?
Single NBA game. LeBron, Steph, and Durant have all never even attempted 42 shots in a single game in their entire careers.
Yeah, that's kind of that's some ball hog stuff right there.
Problems, and a field goal percentage ain't one. Because Joe also holds the 2nd, 5th, 6th, and 10th spots for the most missed shots in a single NBA game. And this is...
Bro, this Joe Fulks is literally every single dude that you see in pickup basketball. Every single game, there's one. There's one Joe Fulks out there, man.
It's just one of many insane NBA facts you have to see to believe.
That's insane. I like it. Good start to the video. Yes, let's go.
Really excited to announce the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp.
Hell yeah,
no
man.
Matter your age.
Hey, mental health so damn important, guys. If you are struggling out there, get out there, man. Get some help. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Prior experience myself, don't be afraid to make the leap. Do what's best for your mental game out there, man. It's just as good as the physical game in the end of the day. So, let's get this code up here for you all.
Convenient therapy on their terms.
Where's that code at?
And it can be environment at.
Where's that code at?
You just and as little
almost there,
/Jimmy High Roller. That's BETTERHELP.com/Jimmy High Roller.
Hell yeah.
Back in 2002, Gatorade shot a commercial that featured a 39-year-old Michael Jordan going one-on-one with a younger version of himself.
Well, that's
this commercial was first aired during Super Bowl 36 in front of millions of viewers, and to this day remains one of the most iconic sports commercials of all time. But what people didn't realize at the time,
who would you take in 1v1?
The athlete that played the young version of MJ was actually a 22-year-old Jamal Crawford. Despite entire articles being written about the commercial itself, Crawford was never truly credited for his role. But in a recent interview on the Dan Patrick Show, Jamal talked about his role on set.
Were you in the Gatorade commercial with Jordan?
I was.
You played the... How old were you? You played the younger Jordan, the Bulls version of Jordan, and he's with the Wizards?
Absolutely. I was 22, I believe, and I was the younger version. And I'm like, okay.
Man, y'all got hit up Otto Porter for that Wilt Chamberlain commercial, though.
Lines, like no lines. Let's just talk. Let's play one-on-one. I'm like, there's no lines. Like, so I start reaching for the ball. He's like, you reach, I teach. Right? And he's kind of, I'm going off of his flow. I'm like, okay, am I playing? I'm trying to play like me. I'm trying to play. Just play.
After taking hit him with that Jamal Crawford dribble package. Johnson returned to the
one of the best of all time.
1995-1996 season to play for the Lakers one last time. His return didn't last long, and he retired for good in June of 1996. You want to know what else happened in June of 1996?
My fourth
The
birthday.
Lakers acquired some 17-year-old kid named Kobe Bryant and signed superstar Shaquille O'Neal, which means NBA fans were one season away from seeing a trio of Magic, Shaq, and Kobe all on the same team. A decision that would have changed the entire timeline of the NBA. Now, for younger NBA fans, it feels like LeBron has been around since pretty much the dawn of time. In fact, for a lot of fans of the NBA, they've never seen a video on that without LeBron James. And that's because LeBron has been in the NBA for longer than he hasn't been in the NBA. I know, that sounds a bit weird, so let me explain. LeBron was 18 years and 303 days old when he was drafted into the NBA. And as of today, LeBron has been in the NBA for 19 years and 48 days.
Roughly the amount of time I've been watching basketball for
the majority of his life.
03-04 Pistons, first year I started watching, so yeah, essentially this was the time. Wow.
And the majority of most of
our lives. I watched basketball for an entire career.
He still has a few years to go before he reaches the ultimate NBA sage status that Vince Carter obtained a few seasons ago. By the time Vince retired, the span of his NBA career made up an absurd 30% of all seasons in NBA history. The man was a part of nearly a third of the NBA's entire existence.
Half man, half amazing.
And throughout his career, he faced thousands of players, including not one, not two, not three, or four, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but 12 father-son duos in the NBA. Yes, you heard that correctly. Vince Carter was in the NBA for so long that he played the father.
Harvey Grant? Related to Jeremy? Okay. Oh shoot, Dell's related to Steph. I'm just joking.
I'm just joking on that one. Of 12 different NBA families. Now, if you had to guess which player has the highest offensive rating in NBA history, who would you guess?
Highest offensive rating in NBA history? I'm going to give that to Steve Nash.
Yes. Jordan, LeBron, Steph, maybe Shaq or Kareem.
Steve Nash.
Maybe even throw in a wild card guess like Jokic or Giannis. Well, it really doesn't matter, because I can guarantee with 100% certainty your guess is wrong.
Okay.
No offense. It's just that the current record holder is literally the last guy you would expect, because the all-time leader for offensive rating is Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert. For perspective, LeBron is 43rd all-time at 116.
The man knows his role, though.
Steph, Durant, and MJ are all very close with career offensive ratings of about 117.
Yo, Chauncey right there, 28. Oh, Steve Nash, 20.
The offensive juggernaut tops every player in NBA history with an offensive rating of 127.4. Some advanced stats are
DeAndre Jordan?
Not quite sure if this is one of them. Now, a better advanced stat is game score. It's by no means some perfect stat that'll tell you everything you need to know, but it does do a solid job at summarizing the efficiency and production of a single player on a game-to-game basis. From this stat, we can find out what is generally considered a good game and what is considered a bad game from a statistical standpoint.
There we go.
And according to this stat, anything less than a game score of 10 is a relatively bad game for a good player. And if we use this information as the standard metric, then the NBA record for the longest streak of games without a single bad game was set by Michael Jordan from December of 1987 to February of 1990. That's a streak of 183 games in a row without a single bad game. That's nearly 2.5 seasons straight of good basketball without a single bad game along the way. The next closest
the bad boy said what
was
up
set by Shaq from November of 1996
bad boys
to
give
April
you the bad game.
Of 1999, a span of 152 games. LeBron had a streak of 132 games. Karl Malone had 2 streaks that lasted over 100 games. And to be honest, I don't see this record getting broken anytime soon.
Yeah, pretty awesome
Since
list,
the longest active streaks of good games in the NBA come from Nikola Jokic with 98 games, Joel Embiid with 68 games, and Giannis Antetokounmpo with 44 games. But there's a current streak of games by an active NBA player that has set an NBA record that will never, ever
Udonis Haslem.
be broken.
Udonis Haslem.
More unattainable than Wilt's 100
game
record or Stockton's career assist record is LeBron's streak of regular season games with double-digit scoring. Now, some of you are probably familiar with the streak, but to understand the sheer insanity of this record, we need to take a deeper look into the numbers. Right now, LeBron's active streak of games scoring at least double-digit points is 1,096 games. The last time LeBron failed to score at least 10 points in a regular season game was all the way back on January 6th, 2007. That's
Detroit.
15 years ago. To put this absurd streak into perspective, there are only six active NBA players who have played at least 1,096 games in their entire NBA career. But
yeah,
to really grasp the magnitude of this streak,
right there.
Here's a chart of the longest double-digit scoring streaks in NBA history. Just making it into the triple
digits by the way?
is an accomplishment reserved for only the best players of all time. Stephen Curry's longest streak of 97 games doesn't even make it on this list. Giannis had a streak of 116 games, Dirk had a streak of 190, Shaq had a streak of 245 games, Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant, two of the most gifted scorers of all time, had streaks of 220 and 211 games. But to crack the top 10, we have to go all the way past 400 games.
Hit differently.
James Harden had a streak of 450 games. Kevin Durant had a streak of 562. Karl Malone had a streak of 575 games. And with the top 3 streaks of all time are Kareem with 787, Michael Jordan with 866, and LeBron James with 1,096. The gap between LeBron and everyone else, a massive void.
Tell me LeBron's not the GOAT.
What if
Tell me LeBron's not the GOAT.
Active streaks of double-digit scoring games on this chart? Well, then it would look like this. The next closest streak held by Luka Doncic with 167 games. Luka would have to score double-digit points in every game while playing at least 70 games a season until the 2035 NBA season to even come within reach.
My issue with Luka I'm not saying Luka's not capable, especially if that Mavericks team, the way they, I don't know, man. It's definitely Luka heavy. We all know that. Hopefully it'll last for the next 13 years. But I think the thing that makes LeBron so impressive is because of his physique and stuff like that. Like Luka, you can see could be like a little skinny, chubby fat. You know what I'm saying? Just like Jokic. Enough said.
Distance of this streak.
Like the health.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an unbreakable record. And an NBA fact you had to see to believe.
Oh, I see and believe.
Hope you all enjoyed.
I did enjoy that video. That was awesome. That's all we got for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.